Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In our last episode, we wrapped up our adventure at Lesni Villa Fishery and ended the day with $15,405 in the bank. Today, we're heading out to the legendary Mudwater River, home to 14 different fish species, including some awesome trophy and even unique catches. So grab your rods and let's dive in. Alright, before we hit the river, let's go over the gear we're bringing for our first trip to Mudwater. We're using the same float rod setup from Lesni Villa. Here it is on screen: rod, reel, line, float, and hook. This setup is perfect for the Mudwater Panfish Mission, which will net us $1,300 and a free spool of fluorocarbon line. Now, if you remember from Lesni Villa, our mini spin 800 feet reel broke. Rest in peace, mini spin. So we're upgrading to the Crucian Hunter 3000, which costs $3,710. Pricey, but we'll make that back in no time. We're also at level 8 now, so it's a good time to upgrade our fish keeper from the M to the L model. That's another $2,000, but totally worth it for the extra space. Let's make the swap. And here's our upgraded feeder rod setup, showing the rod, the new reel, line, leader, sinker, and hook. We will save the feeder rod for later. First, we will plan on using the float rod to complete the Mudwater Panfish mission. Completing that mission will give us some free 12-pound fluorocarbon line that we can use to upgrade both our feeder rod and spinning rod assemblies. We're picking up the advanced license for Mudwater River for $400. It's a must if we want to keep those trophy and unique catches. The plan is to knock out the Panfish mission today and then come back for a 3-day license to focus on the trophy fish. Mudwater is home to 14 species. Trophy varieties include white crappie, pumpkin seed, largemouth bass, grass pickerel, freshwater drum, channel catfish, bowfin, and bluegill. Plus, there's one unique fish here, which is the bluegill. Let's head over to the last songs of summer fishing location. Remember to adjust the time to peak fishing, and we will set our bobber depth to 25 inches. Here, we will catch all of the fish that are listed as an objective for the Mudwater Panfish mission. Keep your bobber close to shore, waters deep even near the bank. We are off to a good start, landing this young channel catfish, and that is enough experience to get us to level 9. As you can see, we are using crickets and letting our bobber and the river current do all the work. It doesn't take long to hook into our next fish. It's a bluegill. After a few more channel cats, we can cross blunt-nosed minnow off of the list. Blunt-nosed minnows are commonly 3 inches long, with a maximum length of 4.3 inches according to the Fishing Planet Wiki, so that would make this a world record. That doesn't seem right. We'll continue fishing the same spot, but let's switch to red worms. It doesn't take long to hook into our next fish. This time, it's a young largemouth bass. Not long after that, we get another bite. It's the common shiner, which is a large species of freshwater minnow that we can cross off the list. A few minutes later, we have another bite. Red worms are really good in this area. We can cross black bullhead off the list. We're making solid progress off of the mission checklist, and it's time to forward the time to afternoon peak fishing time. We're still fishing the last songs of summer location. We are just moving over to the left side of the area. This is where we land our first trophy fish, which is a trophy pumpkin seed. Still need blacktail shiner, green sunfish, and white crappie. Fast forward to the nighttime peak fishing now. It's just past 2 a.m. and we hook a white crappie. I love how realistic the bobber pull is. You can really tell it's a crappie taking the bait. I had switched over to bread in hopes of catching a blacktail shiner, but imagine my surprise as we pulled out a trophy white crappie. After switching back over to red worms, we hooked into the blacktail shiner. It was at this point that we needed to take a break. The next morning, we hit the same spot and finally landed the green sunfish. Mudwater Panfish mission complete. And with that out of the way, we can now focus on the trophy fish, beginning with the trophy and unique bluegill. We'll be fishing the lily pads over at the Pike Challenge fishing location. Here's the float setup. We're using a #1 hook and flies for bait. Make sure it's peak fishing time and cast your line into the little pocket off towards the right of the lilies. Now, just be patient. What a beauty. Our first unique bluegill, just a little over 3 pounds. We'll take it. Next day, same spot. This time, it's a trophy bluegill. This is the go-to spot for bluegill. Please note that we caught the unique on a #1 size hook, and we got this trophy bluegill on a #8 size hook. Now, it's time to do some casting, and here's what our setup looks like for reference. We have one common fish left on Mudwater, and that is the chain pickerel. The best spot I have found for chain and grass pickerel is here at the Catfish Heaven fishing spot. We'll be using a stop and go retrieve to target the pickerel, and with some luck and patience, we can even land a trophy grass pickerel. We'll be casting to the left of the yellow canoe, and it should take no time at all to hook into something. There we go. Looks like we got exactly what we were looking for, a chain pickerel. Let's keep casting and fill up our fish keeper. Be sure to adjust the time so that you're always fishing around peak time to maximize your catch. Using a casting spoon in this area will attract multiple varieties of fish, including pickerel, largemouth bass, freshwater drum, and the occasional crappie. Just stick to the stop and go retrieve method and be patient. You may go several minutes in between catches, but casting is a reliable method to land many varieties of fish and add to your fish basket without going through expensive natural baits. Before you know it, you'll hook into something worth keeping like this trophy grass pickerel. Next, we will stay in the same area but switch over to our feeder rod. Here's what the setup looks like. We'll be using a #1 size hook with small minnows for bait. Fishing off the bottom is how we will catch the remaining trophy varieties of fish in this river system. Using small minnows as bait in this area will attract several varieties of fish, including freshwater drum, crappie, channel catfish, largemouth bass, and bowfin. The fight is always good, and you never know what's waiting for you on the other end of the line, like this beautiful trophy largemouth bass. Catfish Heaven is one of the best spots to catch trophy bullhead. We caught multiple bullheads by using cheese as bait. In general, you'll probably catch a trophy bullhead fishing anywhere on Mudwater River, and you'll catch them on a float bobber or off the bottom. They're not picky either when it comes to a variety of bait. They will eat anything. There is one more variety of fish we can catch here at Catfish Heaven, and it's the bowfin. The preferred bait to target these fish is cut bait, and at our current level we can get small cut bait from the bait shop. I'm not sure how many bowfin we caught at this location, but our equipment sure took a beating. Just as evening approached is when we landed this trophy bowfin. Bowfin are ambush predators and usually come out to the shallows at night to prey on fish and invertebrates such as crawfish, mollusks, and aquatic insects. The average weight of an adult bowfin is usually around 4 to 13 pounds. This trophy ended up weighing in at just over 6.5 pounds. So there you have it. Catfish Heaven is a great spot for trophy fish, and what a great way to end the evening. On our final day in Mudwater, we are going after some trophy channel catfish. This is the setup we're using with small cut bait as our preferred bait. It's the same setup that we used for bowfin at the Catfish Heaven fishing spot. We did catch some channel cats there, but none of the trophy variety. The best luck we had with trophy channel catfish was back at the last Songs of Summer fishing spot found here. For best luck, you'll want to cast left of the lily pads directly out in front. Here we pulled in not one but 2 channel catfish, including this 11-pound monster. The final trophy fish we need to catch on Mudwater River is the freshwater drum. The best spot to catch them is by going to Catfish Heaven and following this path to reach the deepest part of the river system. Here the water is 16 feet deep. We are using this feeder rod setup with small minnows as the preferred bait. This is a really good spot to fill up you fish keeper while going for the trophy. Freshwater drum can be caught with a casting spoon, but in my opinion catching them with a feeder rod is way more fun. Mudwater River did not disappoint. We're now level 13 and made a few key upgrades, like a bigger rod case, so we can now carry up to 3 rods. We'll go over every purchase before we travel to Rocky Lake on the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode when we head out to explore even more fishing hotspots. Thanks for watching, and tight lines.